Here is another example of building a topographical map. And so this one's kind of cool, kind of interesting because it's a 3D simulation, kind of interesting. So here's a bird's eye, just straight down on it kind of a view. And here's kind of showing that there is a little bit of elevation change here. So one of the first things you want to be able to do is figure out what is your interval, what is your contour intervals, because you want to know, hey, am I going to be making lines every time the elevation, right? The elevation goes up 10 feet, 20 feet, 40 feet, 100 feet. You want to know that because, well, that's where you're going to be making marks. And this is cool because you can do it through a computer. You don't have to do it by hand with pencil and paper, like the other video shows you. So here's a cool thing, a cool way to do it. I happen to know that none of this starts until at least 100, and I think this is meters, not feet, which I approve of. So nothing really happens until 100 meters. And as you watch, you will start to see that some water is coming in. Now, that's cool, but we need to make some marks every few to kind of talk about what that means and how steep they are. So it goes to there. I might be going by, I would say, I was going to say like 40, but I think I'm going to sneak and do by 50s, okay? So very first one, I could draw a contour, but I don't really think there's any, maybe like in that little corner over here. Nope, not even. There's no water quite yet. So now we're going to go up and I'm going to move this to 50. And then once I hit there, I'm going to go ahead and draw a contour. And you might not be able to see it, but it's there. So if I was to back away from it, it drew a line for me at 150 meters. Now I'm going to add 50 more to that and go to 200. I'm going to draw a contour. I'm going to go to 250. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'm going to do a lot of them. 250, draw contour. 300, draw contour. So we should be seeing, it's starting to work, right? So that was at 300. We're going to go to 350, 400. Whoops, go back, go back. There you are. 450, 500. Notice it's getting pretty covered with the water or whatever that is. 550, 600. See if I can not past it. 100, 650. I think 700 is going to be the last one I'm going to do because that one looks good. All right, so I've drawn these contours and now I'm going to back all the way out. So this is my contour map. So remember, every 50, I would draw a line. So between here and there, that's 50 meters of elevation change going positive, like going up, right? So here's a 50 gain, from there to this next line is a 50 gain, from here's the next 50, next 50. So 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 660, 700. Kind of has a 600 on that side. And I just kind of wanted to point something out to you as you notice this. When they're really spaced out, right? When there's a huge jump from, let's see, what is that? This is 450, so it's 500 right here, right? So here's 500, right? We're having this big jump from whatever this thing over here is to this, right? So 450 to 500, that's a wide open space. And then coming up next from, what was that, 500 to 550, it's a very short space. So I want you to picture in your brain you holding a ruler. Now you can't really bend the ruler. I hope it's a like straight wooden ruler. But the wooden ruler, you can hold it straight from your hands, like from right hand to left hand, just straight across, hold them in the palm of your hand like you're holding it up straight across. You can hold that. But you could also kind of move it. And so you could lift maybe your left hand, still holding it in your right hand, and you have a sharper degree, like more inclined kind of a degree. Now, the size hasn't changed. That ruler hasn't changed at all. You haven't squished it. It hasn't gotten less than 12 inches. Yet, if you were going to look at your hands and how close your hands are closer to each other, your hands have gotten closer, and your hands are kind of like those lines. Okay, so that's one way to think about it and one way to draw contour lines. Closer, closer, closer together means very, very steep. Picture your hands being together. And really spaced out far would be where that ruler is really spaced out.